All right, this Lyme Lyte Films first interview. We got Lucky over here. You feel me? UA6 VIP. He be all into the car scene and shit like that out here in PA. First off, we're going to have you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into cars.
Absolutely. So a little bit about me. 31 this year. I have 5 kids. I'm married. I pretty much do cars full time now. My wife, thankfully, is well off in her job position, so it gives me a little bit of the leeway to be able to work for myself at home. And yeah, so basically, I just build cars for myself and other people. And our goal with our company, as far as like our car show company, is bringing the community together and just keeping the culture alive, you know?
All right. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been seeing you on Instagram. I be seeing your numbers going up. The community is always, interacting with your posts and stuff like that. I be seeing you literally everywhere. Do you remember the first car you had or that you fell in love with driving?
Yes, I do remember both, actually. The first car I had was a 99 Honda Accord EX. And the first car I fell in love with would be an Evo 9.
A Evo 9. Nice. All right. So tell a little bit about the car that you're driving now, the one that you're sitting in, to your fans that's watching and maybe tuned into this interview.
So this car, to be honest, I bought it as a daily driver about 4 years ago. But me and my wife got like a loan together, co-loan to build our credit. And when I grabbed the car, I just kind of grabbed it as a daily driver for like the first 6 months. And then it had some suspension and engine issues, and they had to get fixed. And I had a case of what us car guys like to call the why nots. So while I had to fix some things, I added a bunch of other things. And along the way, it just evolved into what it is today. Right now, it's a full bolt-on built motor stance car, fully static. And we have like more goals to turbo and stuff like that and go even lower. We're just working on a few things.
All right. What does being a car enthusiast mean to you?
So being a car enthusiast to me, I'd be honest, it has 2 meanings. So for me, it was an escape from reality, from like the troubles at home. I was, troubled youth. I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, my parents weren't the greatest when I was younger. You know what I mean? God rest their souls. But so unfortunately, I grew up in kind of the hood in the streets, you know what I mean? And I wanted to get out of that. So cars was my escape. That was my way to get out of the streets without doing something bad. You know what I mean? That was my way of getting out. And to me, being a car enthusiast is somebody who has a passion for vehicles that, basically that. Yeah, just has a passion for vehicles and loves all types of vehicles.
All right. Would you say you're more into speed, looks, the sound of the vehicle, or you like the whole package?
I'm gonna be honest, I like the whole package. My car is kind of like my testament to the ability of speed and luxury. Got the low stance and the fancy chrome and stuff like that, but still has the tune. I got the K tuner and I'm built motor, so I like to think I have the best of both. So I'd like to say full build.
All right. And would you say you're a manual car lover or you like automatic cars?
All right. So that's kind of an iffy one for me. I grew up on manuals. You know what I'm saying? My first car was a manual. So like, I think manuals are the way. And I'm going to be honest, this car is an automatic. Even though it is a built automatic transmission, I do one day want to manual swap. It's just unfortunately, like I said, I'm 31 now and this is like my show car and I drive it around with the kids and my leg hurt, you know what I'm saying? But my other car at home, the Camaro, is a manual. So
okay. What would you say your dream car is realistically and unrealistically?
Unrealistically, I'd like to say like a McLaren. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Realistically, my dream car since I can remember, like I said, my first love was the Evo 9, man. And they're like 35 to 40K right now in decent condition. So I feel like that's attainable.
Yeah, that is definitely obtainable for sure. It's not too crazy. Have you done any mods or builds, and what was your favorite one? I know you did say you done, builds and mods and shit like that, but what would you say your favorite one was?
If I'm being honest, I'd have to say this one. Like, I had a build before this, my Eclipse, and like I had that for a while too.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that as well. I had a Durango, a couple builds when I was a kid too. But this is my favorite. Like, I've done the most with my family with this. You know what I mean? Like, the other builds I just built with like the homies and stuff, and not taken from the homies or anything like that. Like, I was a younger guy just building just to build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I built this for a reason, for a purpose. I showed my kids how to do things on it. You know what I mean? It was more of a family build than just like mine, you know?
Okay. What's a mistake you made with a car, and what did you learn from that?
My Eclipse, I just talked about, I blew the transmission in it.
Yeah.
And instead of getting rid of the car then, I spent like $6,000 replacing the transmission, get it running again, and then sold it. I had it for like a week after I got it back on the road and sold it. Yeah. Wasted all that money.
Shit, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. What's the most fun you ever had in a vehicle?
My buddy Rob, shout out to Rob. Man, most fun I had in a vehicle was with him. He used to have this Mercedes-Benz CLA 250, little turbocharged car. Yes. And dude, he used to drive on the back roads through like Tunkhannock and stuff up in the mountains. And the way that guy drives, like, he's a beast driver, but man, that was so fun hitting them turns. He's doing like 100 miles an hour on the turn, front wheel drive car.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good driver. If y'all ever want to have fun in a car, let Rob drive it.
Okay. So with this question, we might ruffle a few feathers with this one, but I do gotta ask, what do you feel is an overrated car in your opinion?
Oh yeah, I'm a ruffle feathers. I'm gonna be honest, man. I feel like the Subarus have become way too common. I've said it for like the past 3 years. Everyone and their moms has a WRX or an Impreza or an STI or a BRZ. Like, they're just so common now because they were competing with the Hyundais. You know what I mean? That was like the other big turbo car at the time. Yeah. So they had to lower their prices, which allowed a lot more people to get them. And, brands do what they do. But I just think it ruined it for the real enthusiasts, with the newer ones that like they're so common. And then all the parts are the same for all of them. You know what I mean? There's no like differential. That's where the cookie cutter builds come from. It's from the Subarus,
Yeah. What's an underrated car that most people sleep on?
I think an underrated car that a lot of people sleep on, and I'll probably ruffle feathers with this one too, is them Hyundais, man. Them freaking Hyundais. They got power, they got looks, they got all the fancy newer technologies and stuff. Like,
yep.
I feel like they can't be beat right. And I've seen so many different ones too. That's another thing. Like, there are so many options for them, Yeah.
Yeah. So I see you got the classic Acura, and that leads me to my next question. How do you feel about these EV cars, the electronic cars that's coming out, the Teslas, and, all of those type of vehicles that's coming out today?
So I'm keeping it 100, I feel like a lot of people hate on them for no reason. Like, I get the car culture, motors and stuff, but like, that is car culture if you think about it. Like, when we were kids, we used to talk about hover cars. Would you think there was going to be a motor in that thing? You know what I mean? So like, the way I see it, although I don't like them, because I do think it's kind of redundant to have a car that's electric that is charged by a diesel operated charger when it breaks down on the highway, Yeah. So like, I think that's redundant, but I do think throughout technology and as years progress, we'll find a better way to do it with like longer batteries and better charging systems. So I think it is cool. And I think the world should be amazed at the innovations that we've had since even when we were kids, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. What's one car trend that you don't like right now?
Car trend I don't like right. What do you mean? It's like far as mods or like types of cars?
I would say something that you see a lot of people doing with vehicles that you don't really think is very necessary to be done to a vehicle at this point.
Oh, yeah. So I'm a big stance guy, and I know I'm gonna ruffle feathers with this one, man. Like, I'm a static car guy. I love them. I love that all these new platforms are doing them, but they don't all look good. You know, I think that unfortunately with TikTok and stuff like that, the stance community has gone from like the core group of stance guys to now everybody thinking that that's the wave and it's cool. So now you have all these cars that would look way better built differently, and they're being stanced improperly and damaged and sent to the junkyard. So like, it's just a shame. And I like, again, I love the stance community, but unfortunately right now there's a lot of younger people in the community that just don't have the knowledge to do it right, and they're ruining it for the rest of us.
Okay. I could agree with you on that one a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Where would you say is your favorite place to drive around here?
Favorite place to drive around here, I would have to say the mountain going into Catawissa right over here. It's a great drive, man. Up and down the mountains. It's pretty smooth. It's a lot of nature spots you can stop and get pictures. PA, though, I would say the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. Y'all should definitely check that out. It's absolutely beautiful. You could drive around. You could sit at the canyon. You could walk around. Like, that's probably one of the most beautiful places I've been to in PA.
Okay. If you could give one piece of advice to someone that's getting into cars, what would it be?
Be you. 100% be you. No matter what happens along the line, no matter what you get into, car clubs, types of cars, whatever, just always, always, always be authentic and real, because people will love that more than the fake.
All right, man. That about, wraps it up for the interview. Before we do wrap it up, I want you to tell people your name, give them your social media information, could they find you, and, let them know about the next meet that's coming up.
Oh, thank you so much. So my name is Luciano Ramos. You could hit me up on UA6 VIP on all platforms, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And we have a meet coming up this Saturday, and then Static Wars, June 6th and 7th, 6th Ave, you know what I mean? We're having our show there. It's inside the mall. We're going to have a bunch of cars indoors, live performances, all the good stuff. Check us out and enjoy, man. Thank you again for having me, brother. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for taking your time out with me today. And hey, man, we'll do it again next time again.
Thank you.